Alright, the video that everybody has been waiting for. Me being the, the 2.2 guy, as you guys say, I've been requested so many times to make a video about when I think 2.2 is gonna come out. And finally, I have taken the decision that today's video is gonna be about that following topic. People in my DMs, people in my comment section have been asking me, after all my investigations since 2019, I mean, it's not really investigations, but my interactions with RobTop and the 2.2 in and of itself. I believe I am the person who started the 2.2 news back in 2019, and from there on we went on to this 6-year journey. So there are two possible dates, and there are also a lot of things that we need to talk about, because I don't want to throw out darts and just give a random date. I do want to analyze stuff and see in the current situation, when is it possible for RobTop to release the update. And we are also going to take a look at a lot of evidences. Maybe a lot of people sent me on DMs some really interesting stuff that has been found in the 10-year anniversary video, or things from RobTop that he has said in the past. So we're going to have to take a look at all of that. So before we start, let's mention the first option, which is that 2.2 is going to be released. I would say let's start by saying or counting all the factors that we need to calculate to know when 2.2 is going to drop. So we all know, all game developers, when they have a big project working on, they initially want to release it on a day where people don't have anything else to do, like on the weekends, for example, like Saturday. Younger players don't have school, so they would be able to, play the game. And we all know that Geometry Dash is like a game targeted at young audiences, I would say. Let me just put it that way. I mean, of course, there's people that play it at a older age, like EVW or RobTop himself, Mr. 52 years old. But if we take a look at the calendar, we can see that the first weekend is coming in 3 days. And that weekend has one very sussy date. The first date would be the 22nd of October. And there's a lot of evidence onto why this is going to be the release date. So firstly, RobTop has been really inactive recently. As I said in my previous video, he's not interacting with the community at all. He's nowhere to be seen online, not on Twitter, not on the Geometry Dash comment section, not on Discord or any of these things. So people are assuming that RobTop is fully focusing on 2.2 so he can release it on the 22nd, which is why he's so inactive. He doesn't have any time to tell us something about the community. However, if this date is correct, RobTop might have to come back online in the coming days and mention something about that. So if RobTop stays inactive for the upcoming 3 or 4 days, I would assume that this is a wrong release date. However, there is one more evidence that might be accurate. Let me show you. So it's in this 10-year anniversary video, and when I saw it, I immediately catched it and I was like, wait, is that actually serious? So when I saw this, I was like, wait. He's actually putting up a number, days since the last update, meaning that if this says for example, let's say just an example, if this says 14 days since last update, let's say 2.1 dropped 2 weeks ago, and then he said 14 days since the last update, meaning that today is gonna be the release of 2.2. I'm just saying, this is just to show you why RobTop would not put a number in there, which is why at the end it kind of glitched out, and we can still see something. So we can see that this number is increasing, and once it glitches out, it starts increasing really fast, and it goes back for a second, and we can see a 7 and a 0. You see 470, 2470. This is very clear. And you know what date that is? Well, we can just go on to Google and see for ourselves. So 2.1 dropped on the 16th of January 2017. In case you don't know, probably most of you were not born by then. No, I'm just kidding. But if we add that number to this one, 2,470 days, we can see October 22nd, which is a huge 2.2 reference. What can I say? And many people saw in this anniversary, before it came out, there were so many references of the number October 2. It's ridiculous. Like the trailer video is like 22 seconds. RobTop posted the premiere on Twitter almost like 2.2 hours before that, and there were like 22 objects on the thumbnail, and RobTop's tweet was 22 characters long, and it's like it cannot be a coincidence, you know? Like there's too many twos, and now there's even more twos in here, which is just ridiculous. So is this the release date? Is 2.2 coming in less than a week? Well, we can't really say exactly, but I can speculate, of course. I believe RobTop is going to take a little more time than that. I do think that he's going to take more time than that. Now, don't get me wrong. This may be wrong. I don't know. Like, it may actually come out in less than a week, which is mind-blowing to me. But I think, I like personally think if it was already done, he would have told us that. So on the 12th of October, he said 2.2 is not done yet, meaning that there was still some stuff he had to work on, including the server switch, because this was before the server switch. And then he had to like see and find all of the issues in the new server. But he also said one more thing that's even more interesting. And it's this one. Before we take a look at that, I want you guys to imagine, let's say you are RobTop and you have been working on an update for 6 years. Your community is very hyped about this update, and you are finally done working on 2.2. Would you tell this to your community? Because listen, if RobTop, like I said, I'm gonna have to mention this in every video because I get these comments and it's a little bit annoying, but I'm gonna have to put it out there. If RobTop is done with 2.2, he cannot release it instantly. He cannot do that. If he's completely done with the update, he still has to wait a bunch of days. Firstly, he has to wait until Google Play reviews the update, and in case it approves the update, he can click a button and then the update is live for everyone. On Steam, he has to upload his files and that's it. So on Steam, technically we could get 2.2 instantly when it's done. But on phone players, of course, there are the majority of you guys are watching on the phone right now. So, or Apple, there's also Apple. Apple does not have a very long time to review games or to review updates. So RobTop, if he is already done with the 2.2, he has to tell us that. And he has already said twice that he is not done with the update. No, it's not done. It's not done yet. And here, once again, 2.2 is not ready. He's just confirming so many times that he's still not done with that. So let's say he finishes it all and stuff, and the review dates, it takes like about 3 to 4 days. Maybe it might take longer than that. I mean, Google said, you see here, Google itself says that it needs 7 days or longer in exceptional cases. This is super scary to me. Like I'm really, this is the only thing that's making me refuse to say that it's gonna come out on the 22nd, because, and it's also not only that, it's just so scary to me that we have waited so long for this update, and he said he's gonna release it in October, and he might be finished with the update in October, but we may not be able to play it in October because of Google. Maybe this could happen. So it depends on what it says, what it means by saying in exceptional cases. It may take long. I mean, 7 days is already way too much. If 7 days is correct, he has to be finished with the update by the 24th or 23rd just to be safe. So on the 23rd, if we did not get any information about the update being completely finished, there may be some bad news incoming, unless there's always these exceptions. You guys have to calculate for those as well. You know, RobTop has a lot of games on Google Play. This is like his full-time job. All of them are so popular, and I believe for popular people, the people that have like these very popular games, I mean, if they want to update their games, then Google might like give them the priority as opposed to like smaller creators, you know. So maybe for him it may take less than 7 days, but this is like, it's down to the month, you know. You can't like rely on that, you know what I'm saying? You can't say, I'm a big game developer, so they have to review it in less than 7 days. On Google, it says more than 7 days or 7 days. So I would not rely on that at all, which is just so scary to me. So like I said, he has to tell us 7 days prior to the initial release date that I think it's going to come out on. And there are so many reasons why I think it's going to come out on that particular date, which is that October 31st, believe it or not. I really deeply think that it's going to come out on October 31st. Now, let me tell you why. Firstly, it's because 2.2 is such a big update, and with big updates comes huge changes in like the whole game. There comes new features, new elements added to the game, and with those comes a lot of bugs. So RobTop has said multiple times that 2.2 is gonna be very, very buggy, and this is so understandable. So my argument is the following. If RobTop is already done with 2.2, let's say he is right now already done with 2.2, okay? Firstly, he would tell us let's put that on the side and say that despite that, if he's already done like in the middle of October, wouldn't he work even more on the update because there are so many bugs that he has still not found yet? The update is so big, so there are so many bugs in there. And don't get me wrong, RobTop does not have to find every single bug. So when 2.2 comes out, we're going to have a very buggy 2.2. I'm just saying. I hope not, but maybe. So RobTop, I would say he's going to use his full time to fix as many bugs as possible, because there may be some dangerous ones, there may be some annoying ones, like maybe the game could crash when you do certain things, I don't know. So he has to calculate for all of these, and if he still has time, I think he is gonna use that time to release it like barely in October, which could be super duper risky. I'm just scared to say this, but I think if we don't get anything from RobTop in like the next 3 days, it's getting towards bad news, perhaps. I'm not saying it's already very bad news and it's going to release in November. No, I'm saying if he doesn't say anything, Google may wreck us if it wants to. It depends on Google. Like at the end of October, it's no longer in RobTop's hands. We just have to wait for Google. And I really hope RobTop tells us that he's done and he has already submitted the game to Google Play so we can see. And I'm really curious, is he like, if Google Play takes longer than expected and takes like until November to review the game, will he update the game on Steam? Do you guys think so? Because Steam is like instantly, so I'm scared because I don't want people to be treated, unfairly or anything, but, we're just gonna have to see. I don't think he's gonna release it on one platform only. I believe he's gonna do it for everyone. I remember when I made my game, when I wanted to update my game, they literally took 30 days or more than that. They literally took a whole month to review my game. And they are saying 7 days and up to that. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know what is wrong with that, but let's make it clear. I was not big at the time. I did not publish any games before, so it was a very weak game that nobody downloaded basically. Like it was understandable why they took that time. However, like if they do it to me, then why not do it to Rob, I'm not saying they should do it. Okay, that was a bad phrasing, but I mean, if they did it to me, they might also do it to RobTop. That's what I was meaning to say. All we can do is just pray that doesn't happen. Let's just pray that he finishes the update very quickly, so he has like safe time to get the update done in October and get it in our hands in October. So in conclusion, let's just put a conclusion in here. I don't think it's gonna come out on the 22nd, because if so, RobTop would have to tell us that in the coming 2 to 3 days. There are of course a lot of references about October 22nd, but I think RobTop is gonna take his full time and use as maximum days as he can to fix all of the updates, to add like new features, like smaller ones if he wants to, and just tweak the whole game, make it like a completely finished game, which would take longer times than expected. And if he released it on the 22nd, he basically wasted 9 days that he could have still worked on, which is why I think it's gonna come out on October 31st, Halloween time. And yeah, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch soon, so make sure to follow my Twitch. It's gonna be in the description. And yeah, let me know when you guys think it's gonna come out, because I'm really interested to see what you guys think. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.